Hey everyone, we finally have our first official 6-inch scale rendition of the MCU Spider-Man's new red and blue suit from the ending of Spider-Man No Way Home. This is the newest Tom Holland Spider-Man figure from Hasbro Marvel Legends. Overall, it's honestly a pretty good figure, though one glaring quote-unquote flaw is in the color scheme. The red is a nice matte red, but what should be a really shiny metallic blue is just not. Instead of painting all the blue, Hasbro opted to mold a good portion of the figure in a blue plastic, which is that like faux metallic, glittery, swirly twirly, marbleized plastic. It doesn't look horrible. It kind of implies, a slight sheen, a little bit of a metallic kind of quality, but it's not really accurate. Also, the shade of blue doesn't feel quite right as well. So I decided to get a second one of these figures and repaint the blue. It was pretty straightforward. I began with sanding all the blue areas I needed to paint. Sanding helps the plastic to be rougher, which makes it a better surface for paint to adhere, especially in all the joints where, of course, the figure will articulate, and these would be potential spots for paint rub. After sanding the figure, I rinsed it under some water to get rid of, the lingering plastic dust from sanding it. And then got to painting. I used the same metallic blue paint I used for previous Spider-Man customs. This is that like cheap brand deco art. This extreme sheen blue is actually quite nice. I think the shade of blue is pretty accurate. After painting all the blue, I then sealed it with a Krylon clear coat. So here is the completed repaint of the blue sections, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. So here you can see the difference in the color blues, obviously the sheen, but also the shade. The difference in shade is not that dramatic, but it is there. The one on the left, of course, the original, has a little bit more red in the blue, so it's a little bit more purpley than I think it really should be. Whereas, of course, this one I think is more of a true blue, which I feel is closer to what we see in the movie and in the concept art and promo art. Zooming in a little closer, you can see the metallic flake in the custom paint job that I think does add some depth to these blue sections compared to the more kind of smoothness here. And that is a criticism of this figure. For some reason, they did sculpt the texture on the red sections. It's very subtle, but you can see there that kind of basketball texture. But they neglected to sculpt the texture on the blue sections. I'm really happy with how it looks. I think this is an improvement over the original. And I did want to compare to my custom, which maybe has seen better days, but this is my Mafex custom I made last year that has been faithfully filling in the role for my final suit, Tom Holland Spider-Man, in my display and my collection all this time. But now I'm able to start getting obviously the official version in there now. And you can see, because I used the Mafex Far From Home figure, it carries over the texture of the blue from that figure, which is a little bit more accurate than just having it smooth. So there's that, and I think that's a fun comparison. You can see how much brighter and cleaner the red is on the official figure, and of course how much more crisp the logo is there, which I actually really like the new logos for his suit. Yeah, there's a comparison. And yeah, that's my custom Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home figure. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video, whenever that will be.